So good morning, Mr. Sunshine, Surya Devata. And this morning, I want to pray about the situation at work yesterday. It's a brand new year. It's January 2023. I pray about the 1st of January. I noted everything. I was off on the 2nd and 3rd. And then yesterday I went to work the 4th. And so I go in, and because of everything that transpired the 2 days that I was off, and every plan and plot and everything everybody knows, etc., the David is coming and saying, "Morning, Sunita." And so I say morning back. Then Neil, who has never ever, said anything to me or called my name, says morning, Sunita, because of discrimination and him being a biased supervisor, with him always flaring up and shouting and yelling and raising his voice at me and saying he don't care what happened and what not, and I can never bring anything into his attention, but everybody can point out stuff to him and he pass because they plan and plotting and make eye contact, he conveniently pass, and then show you the same thing they do with Johan. But God, with your grace and your power, should not seeing them, they're not complaining on each other, they're not look at themselves. But anyways, I sent morning to him, so I go about doing my job. I went to the dishwasher. I saw that whoever went in there, they break down the cart or give it. Well, I don't think it would have left from the night before. So anyways, the stuff was there. The machine was set up, so I went and I do my toast. And it takes time to put the bagels, 14 or 18 or how much of it was, through the toaster oven twice. So I did that, and then I get my milk and I stick for the breakfast line, and I work in the breakfast line. Now the Linda, she's watching me like hawk, like the cherry also. And right in my ear, she's saying things. I wear a mask for the most part, not because I am sick or anything, but because of how nasty they are, how the smell and all that stuff. And she right in my ears, right next to me, and she's saying, "But that's nasty, that's nasty, that's nasty, wear a mask, wear a mask." I don't know who she's talking to, but she's right in my ears saying it repeatedly and constantly. But anyways, she is all there already 11 months a year, and she still send down and miss things, and it's not a big deal for them. And this checker Sarah, who's there for several years, still when she's sending down, she missed a lot of things, and that is fine, but they make a big deal. They the way and the manner they had showed me, the way and the manner they point and they carry on. So I was sending down, and everything was fine until one of them had at the bottom and sure, and it was honey liquid, and I didn't see that. So Sarah pointed at it and she goes, "You missed that one." So when I did it, and sure, she goes, "It's honey, that's why I say you miss it." It's honey liquid, that's why I say you miss it. But anyways, since she had flared up in my face several times, she had grabbed pencil out of my hands, etc. She, and then one day when I tell her to fix her mistake, when she make a mistake, she go on, "I make a boo-boo, I make a boo-boo." She cry and complain. But anyways, so she doing that. And then one time she had about utensil alert or something like that, but all the trays had utensils on them, had plasticware. But she's just a liar. They're all liars. They plan and plot. They make eye contact with each other, and they lie like God knows what. So anyways, the freezers, defrost, the coolers for the drinks and the salads and stuff like that, they defrost from time to time. So the water was on the floor, and one of them put the mat for wet floor mat on it. That's to be Linda, whatever, and she's sending down all in the mornings. Okay, so anyways, all of that done. So I've been there for 2 months, and they had never told me anything about the breakfast or what you call it, donuts they get in the morning or whatever. Never. I didn't know what the complimentary breakfast for all the staff until I had my orientation 2.5 weeks later, because the nutrition service director didn't tell me about it, none of the staff, and even though I see them eating from the time they go in to the time they leave, they never tell me. The nutrition service director had only told me about a free lunch that kitchen staff get. But anyways, I know what I see, I know what I witness, I know what I hear, what I do, etc. So then the Linda yelled out loudly my name, and then she said she didn't know what she did, and I was in the dish room putting through the dishes through the dishwasher and catching them, and I even put through the cups and salad dishes that she was supposed to put through and catch them and bring them up on the way. So then she well, even though she was lying and said she didn't know me, then she shouting out my name, and she directed cold prep and she could see me in the dish room, but she was making those false recording and they tell people that kind of stuff. And then she says, oh, there's donuts outside there for everybody. So in 2 months I never know that. So I said okay, but I finished up putting through the dishes, catching them, putting them away and stuff, and then I went to have my breakfast. But I wasn't sure I was going to eat the donuts. Anyway, a Hispanic girl came in from housekeeping, and I told her. And then another Indian girl from the floor, she's probably a nurse or something. She come and she asked me, she said how somebody was thinking of the breakfast. And she told them that that's the staff, and they can do it this morning, whatever. So I told her, I said, well, I really didn't know, but a woman who flared up in my face one day at the cafeteria, she ordered 1 portion of vegetables, and I gave she 2 portions. And she flared up in my face and said, look, nobody else don't do that. Look at this thing. She's gonna order another vegetable, etc. Then she flared up in my face, and then she's the same person. She has blonde hair, and she walks through the kitchen like she owns it without any hairnet. And they're signposted all around about hairnet. And these are nurses, and they can't read and understand. They come in the kitchen, many of them. Even one of the staff who's part of the nutrition department but works on the floor apparently, said she's doing customer service in Compass Way. She in the kitchen always without any hairnet on her head. But anyways, coming back to Linda, so I told the Hispanic girl, Lena, I think she named, that there's donuts there. So she went to get. And then there was this other guy that is works on the floor. He transports the patients for the physical therapy staff, and he usually talks to me, but he's like a snake, two-faced person, because all the enemies he talks and he laughs with against me, and then he was talk to me to hear what I have to say and to complain back or report back against me. So anyway, I saw him and I mentioned the donuts, and he says, oh, there's donuts every day. He gets donuts every day. And I was like, I'm here 2 months and I've never seen it or never told her today is the first day. And in that way my name is screaming out and shouting out. But from day one they had singled me out. The amount of wrong things they did to me, the amount of verbal, physical, mental, emotional abuses me, and they discriminate against me, they harasses me, the intimidation and all of that kind of stuff. They will suffer for the consequences bitterly. It will return with God's grace and power, because I'll pray night and day and never stop praying anyways. So she did that, and then I when I came back now, I went and started picking up the trays on the 200 side. So when they go for pick up on the 100 side, all they have to do is to pull along the carts. The nurses who work on that side will pick up all the trays for them, whatever trays go. So they just gotta go and bring down the carts. But when I go on the 200 side, not one tray does be picked up. I have to go into all the rooms to pick up, but I have the woman sitting down, and she would point her finger and she'll be shouting, you pick up from that room, you pick up from that room, and then come say, you can take the tray, just leave the liquid or whatever. She'll point fingers and she'll shout and she'll going on. So I gotta go in every room, every section and pick up. So when all 3 cards pull down right away, she started breaking down. By the time I bring the first card down, she's breaking down, and I go back and pick up the other 2 cards. She breaking down, and she packed. She must have known Joanna is not wrong, so she packed the shelf up full and over that one dish or one cup or nothing she did not put through the machine. She just pack it and wait for me. So when I done up, I come and I started putting through and catch and pack away. Until to the end, when she carried she garbage and she know John might come wrong or whatever, she go over by the sink and she first was yelling and screaming. She talking and saying, I don't know who she's talking to, but the machine is going and I'm right there putting through and catching. And she's saying, I don't know what to tell you, I don't know what to say to you, I don't know what to tell you. And she's going on and crazy. I don't know if she got somebody on the phone talking to them or what. But anyways, after that,